So, Dr.
Yeah.
Saab, I will now talk about the third aspect. In fact, you've already, alluded to a very interesting thing of saying that one of the aspects of personalization is not just the medication, but also the other two things, which is about the diet that a person takes.
Right.
So, from a food standpoint, you've outlined personalities. Is there a point of view that Ayurveda has from the intake of food in itself, or
Um,
you want to call it that way?
yes, sure. For food also, Charak Samhita recommends objective of Ayurveda as Swasthasya Swasthya Rakshanam Atrasya Vikara Prashamanam means maintain the health of the healthy body of healthy person and cure if somebody falls ill.
Right.
And that for that Ayurveda has recommended Prakriti specific lifestyle to lead 100 years of active life. They recommended a tripod of life. What tripod? It is ahar, that is food, nidra, that is sleep, and brahmacharya, that is controlled reproductive activities.
Right.
And these three are the very important tools for anybody, even today, you see, to live longer. As per Ayurveda, food is essential for life, energy, growth, strength, intellect,
Mhm.
happiness, and cognition, memory.
Right.
Food after digestion undergoes
Right.
biochemical changes and
Right.
gets converted to rasa, which is lymph, rakta, which
Right.
is blood,
Right.
mans, which is muscle,
Right.
meda, which is fat, asti, which is bone, majja, which is bone marrow, and at the end, sukra, which is reproductive entities, which can be sperm or ovum, and
Right.
at the end, ojas, which is called essential energy for body and mind.
Right.
Keeping in view its importance, Charak Samhita, almost 3000 years ago, devoted chapters after chapters on food, on what is balanced food, which food is suitable for whom, how to prepare it, factors influencing the diet, how to serve it, who should serve it, how to take it, etc. Going into details of every aspect.
Right.
Ayurveda has recommended nature, processing, combination,
Mhm.
quantity, place, time, and rule for consumers, besides the factor which influence the effects of the food on the body. It has also mentioned sources like animals, vegetables, milk products, honey, etc., as components of food, including spices.
Right.
Ayurveda has been totally neutral on vegetarian or non-vegetarian food.
Oh,
Neither recommends this. So it says where you are born, whatever is the normal food habit, just
mhm.
follow that. Right?
Interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Its principle is very simple. Your food should depend on where you are born and what are the vegetables or fruits or animals available in your locality, in the habitat.
Eh,
Like exercise, rules of Ati Yoga, Hini Yoga, Mithya Yoga, and Samyak Yoga apply on food. So what is Ati Yoga means excessive use, Hini Yoga means less use, Mithya Yoga means improper use, Samyak Yoga means proper use. These things. It only four types can happen. In case of food, Ayurveda has beautifully described the science of appropriate food what you have taken. You will
mhm.
not find this discussion anywhere else. Ayurveda says that food quantity is appropriate after consuming which hunger gets subsided and there is no inconvenience in standing, sitting, lying down, moving, respiration, laughing, and gossiping. Besides, there should be no heaviness in the stomach. When you are having all this, then only your food is appropriate. Otherwise, either it is less or it is more.
This is so
Beautiful
interesting.
description, right?
So
There is,
interesting.
yeah, there is one more important description
And
on even when balanced food may become the when what are the conditions where even balanced food may become the cause of disease.
right.
Always says balanced food will lead to indigestion if it is consumed during the situations of stress,
Oh
anxiety, grief, fear, anger, and sleeplessness. Does this ring the bell?
my
Just,
God.
just look at the common lifestyles of the people who are working in call centers today,
So right. You're so
right?
right.
So all even the food is very, we say, no, I am taking very good amount of protein, fat, and carbohydrate, everything balanced. Despite that, why it's happening to me, my dear? This is why it is happening to you.
This is so incredible, Doctor Saab, the first thing you mentioned was about the fact that right from old ages, the people have been saying consume just the food that you need, not the food that you want to eat.
Yeah, right.
That is one part. But I think very interestingly, you just talked about the fact that how much of us when we refer to emotional eating, you virtually talked about the fact that under so very many emotions we
Yeah.
consume. And what I'm hearing you say is when you consume under the emotional garb, the food tends to not benefit you, but actually becomes a problem for you.
And one more thing, besides multiple other recommendations, Ayurveda also recommends very important thing. One should take water only after 2 hours of taking the food.
Right,
This is very simple to understand.
right,
Hydrochloric acid inside the stomach is responsible for digestion.
right,
If we take water immediately after the food, it will get diluted,
right.
which will lead to heaviness in the stomach and delay in digestion.
Digestion,
Right?
correct, correct.
So that is why Ayurveda recommends always take, and you could practice today. If you take water after 2 hours of food, you will feel much lighter. Right?
Ah,
So that is probably if you follow all the proper rules recommended by Ayurveda, which was Ahar is one of the tripod of life to lead 100 years of active life. That is the reason why it was read, let food be thy medicine. That was the proverb written long back.